Hello, this is Distracted Lord, and welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. And this game recently got a public beta branch, and in it, there's a unit creator. So obviously I've been very busy creating some units. Like this guy, who is fairly obvious, I imagine. If you don't know who he is, then you just look at the beard.
I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
Of course. But I've made a few other units, and we're going to take a look at those as well, and then go and make a unit on camera. As well as Jack over there, I also have Little Miner. This is the first one I made. He's got a massive pickaxe, which is like the blade of it at the back here is the same height as he is. And then if I go this way, we have two people who are really the same person. This is intended to be Teal'c. If you know who Teal'c is, then well done. If you don't know who Teal'c is, then he's from Stargate. If you don't know what that is, then go watch Stargate. But we have Teal'c dual-wielding P90s and Teal'c with staff weapon. The two variants each have their uses. This one is better at destroying one big thing. This one's better at smaller things, being that he's dual-wielding two full automatic weapons. And then we go over here, and we have Poseidon. He has a giant trident. And then we go over here, and we have a tiny skeleton, who is a very small skeleton. And then we have the thing that the shadows are making, which is this guy, which is a big hacker who flies and has double rocket launchers, of course. And then we have this. I've made a supermassive skeleton. So this is called this is a skeleton giant, but it's not any old skeleton giant. It is in fact a giant skeleton giant. And then I went and made the little one down here and called it small skeleton small. But they are identical, other than the fact that this one is about 200 times the size. In fact, this giant is so big that it falls over and does backflips. It does not walk forwards, it just does backflips. Whereas the little one down here, he went around, he punches people. It's just the size difference. But we have relatively same things over here, and then we go down the line and we end up with that. But if we just go and delete the hacker from this, because the hacker is in fact stupidly overpowered and costs like 2 billion or something. Maybe it's 2 million. Yeah, it confuses the money down there. If I put in a hacker, it's just the money goes into negatives, of course. But the hacker costs this much, which, if you're watching on a small screen, is 29 billion. This makes sense. Yes, but if I get rid of him, then this team is in fact not going to just beat everything. But there's one more thing that I haven't shown you, which is my wasp. So if I put a wasp down here, and then I fly down towards it, here's a wasp. Little thing with some wings and a little pointy nose and a hat, because of course it's wearing a hat, and it's black and yellow, as a wasp should be. And you might think, that's so weak. But we shall see. So Teal'c is immediately shooting him. Poseidon is being attacked, and the miner tried to attack him. The skeleton is busy flinging itself. This is not working. As you can see, the skeleton is in fact constantly falling over. And where's the wasp? Still fine, flying around. Ah, the wasp got hit. I assume the wasp got shot. The wasp probably got shot. But you didn't think it would last that long now, did you? Because the wasp is in fact slightly, just ever so slightly, not balanced. Just not like it costs 60. It costs 60 and is marginally overpowered, just marginally. So I have 40 peasants, and they cost a total of 1,200, 1,200. But the wasps cost 60, so I can go 1 wasp, 2 wasps, boom, that's a tenth of the cost. And then the wasps come flying in, and let's do some slow-mo wasp watching. They're just reaching up in synchronicity, of course. and the wasps, your arm is having issues, mate. Your arm should not be doing that. Meanwhile, the peasants have moved a total of about 3 inches each, and the wasps are flying along. Let's go a little faster. He's missing everything. The wasps are slightly inaccurate. They tend to fly around wildly. They just get this. It's really funny how they flail at the wasp. They're like, I'm going to get you. Ah, you see, now the wasp has stung him because the wasp has the vampire ability, and now he's dead. Is he dead? Yes. The wasp stung him. He instantly died. The wasp has 0.1 times damage. It has no weapons. It still kills people. That's partly due to the fact that peasants have no health. Right, let's go back up 0.5. Also, he just stung him from there. Let's not question it. So, as you can see, the people are flailing wildly, and the wasps are just buzzing around, occasionally making vampire sound effects, which you might be able to hear. I hope you can hear them, because the vampire sound effects are amazing. Vampires obviously go slurp. Now then, where are my wasps? So, let's just see, we have one wasp here. Where's the other wasp? Have they killed a wasp? Let me just slow this down. Really slowly. I'm trying to avoid spinning the camera around and making everybody who's watching very dizzy. Let's just pause it all together. And let's see if I can find the wasp. Oh, no, it found its way out again and is now eating people again. There you go. They have been thoroughly beaten. What if we get something that actually can attack? How about 5 quick draws? Total of 50 times the cost, and they fire very fast, and they missed, because the wasps move with astounding speed. But you see, he's not dead, he has a bit more health than a peasant. There's also just many bullets just flying around, missing everything. They'll probably hit one of them at some point, or the wasps will crash into each other. Wasp fighting is also very strange. Why did you not eat him? You should have eaten him. You truly crashed into him. Anyway, yeah, so they're gonna keep shooting. Have they killed a wasp? Is that a dead wasp? There's wasp wings, that means there's dead wasp. They've killed a wasp. Oh, they got it. Yeah. So the wasp is very good against lots and lots of puny weak things. Actually, no, actually, just like one big thing. Let's see how it fares. You've been eaten once, twice, 3, 4. How much health does he have? A lot. He has a lot of health, but he can't hit them. Right, if I just put this in here and I stand still. You see his health barely goes down. But I can swing my sword as much as I like, and there's no way I'm hitting them. And the AI is determined to keep trying. They're more like mosquitoes, really. Yeah, they're kind of like, they're really just mosquitoes, but I'm calling them wasps because there's no mosquito outfit. There's a bee outfit which I can use for wasps. Right then. Yeah. Also, they're a real pain to delete. It's like, in tabs you right click and hover over stuff to delete them, but being they're so small you have to zoom in pretty much if you want to have any chance of actually clicking on them. Or you just press the clear button, that also works. Now we're going to look at my dwarves. The thoroughly terrible ones that could probably do with an update, because they were the first thing I made and they're not that great. Whoa! Anyway, let's see. No, that's not where peasants are. Peasants! Let's just get a bunch of peasants. You're not supposed to fly. The pickaxe is not a tool of flight. It is a tool of mining, as in underground, not in the air. He just did super mega jump, basically. Yeah, the dwarves are very angry. They were happy mining, and then you came along and made them fight, so they're very angry, and they're like shouting about it. They also like swinging their pickaxes. They're so funny. They're also very weak against ranged units, because ranged units that are longer than their shouting range tend to just shoot them. If we just take control of them. See, we have left mouse button, which is swing the pickaxe, which they do very badly because their arms are not entirely big enough. They also have shout. Where's the person I can shout at? Let's just fly over here. Do you. Right. So after I press space we go shout and then everyone goes flying away. Yeah, this might go on for a little while. So a little while later they finally trapped them rather than just blowing them away all the time and killed all the peasants. They also for some reason like flying. I think it's the fact that the pickaxes are huge and their arms aren't. And then we also have Poseidon. Let's just get a couple of Poseidon. So 3 ninjas. They deflect stuff and then kill stuff. That actually went much faster than I was expecting. Let's just have a few more of them. We slow this down. And you see, as you're already dodging. Let's go look at this one. So as they throw them, there's some deflected by the swingy thing and some deflected by magic lightning that comes out of it. And then they go and stab them. Well done, you successfully didn't even kill him. Have you killed them yet? You're still alive. Are these people dead? No. This is not kill. You're supposed to kill the ninjas, not just slap them. They also do have quite a bit of health, being that they are a god. Also, that is a fantastic death right there. This must be screenshotted. Just gets stabbed in the foot. And the last of these ones is not Teal'c. Captain Jack Sparrow. Now Jack, of course, has a pistol. Yep, his pistol only has one shot, of course, because if you know Pirates of the Caribbean, then you know Jack's pistol only has one shot. But obviously, his pistol is useless after that, and so he throws it away. He also has much dodging, but doesn't have much health. So we're gonna have to get rid of these two. But you see, he costs 500, whereas Poseidon costs 2,910. I might just round up to 3,000 at some point. Yeah, so he will shoot one of them and often miss because she is a terrible shot. I think he might need a bit more health. He tends to die quite quickly. Well, actually, no, he's the same value as one of them, so this should be fair. See, fair. If we go and take control of him, we have the swing sword, we have shoot with that, and we also have a space ability, which I'm going to smash space and we get to use now. I'm going to have to get some peasant. So we just shoot one of them. So space is a jump back. He has many dodgy block things. If we just leave Jack to do it himself, then he'll shoot one of them. He's not great against ranged units. He's better at sword fighting than being shot at, although he can defend himself a bit. Just knocked him over. And he's dead again. Yeah, he definitely needs a bit more health. I will go change that in a minute. But if we get someone who has a sword, like Teacher, we get two of them because he's probably going to shoot one of them. One of them's already dead because he gets shot. Then we have this nice standoff because he has the ability of the Teacher, which is to parry stuff and stand around doing nothing. He also has the jump back ability, which he uses whenever someone swings a sword at him. So we stand here for a bit, and then we swing, and he flings himself violently away. So what we need is perhaps a squire. And well done, you successfully shot someone. He's not a fantastic sword fighter. He is very good at dodging sometimes. There we go. With that amazing backhand slash. That backhand. What about a king? Just general default testing apparatus called a king, who has lost a tiny bit of health and is now... Aha! You've been tricked. Jack, you're supposed to attack like that. You see, against something as big and cumbersome as the king is probably never going to hit him. If the king does hit him, he'll get killed. But the king probably can't hit him because he's going to dodge out the way. I have two factions. I have my sane custom units and my dumb custom units, which includes the giant skeleton. Let's just take a quick look at the giant skeleton. This is what the giant skeleton does. It does flips, because it's so big it gets physics. Amazing, good, yes, and small skeleton, small. Who tend to fall? Yeah, they just fall over. They do a lot of falling over, and then we see them swing tiny little punches at each other. And your arm that's not how arms are supposed to work. And then they break, and that one's obviously lying on the floor. And the hacker, let's just quickly look at the hacker. So we get a hacker, we get a bunch of peasants, a few more peasants. No, not on that side. That's enemy peasants. Obviously the value makes no sense. And then the hacker just goes, have some rockets. Everyone dies. If we put the hacker like here, and we move the peasants. Hacker's flying off again. The hacker occasionally does this. He just gets bored and decides he's going to leave. Hacker, come back. There we go. So he will use the Reaper things and stab people. He also just goes and kills everything really quickly, because he has an insane amount of health. Like if we go and possess him, and are we being punched? I think we're being punched here. Absolutely nothing is happening. And then we can just mash the buttons as quickly as we like and crash something. It has recharge of pretty much instant, and this is seriously laggy because of all the smoke. So the hacker is a bit of a cheat. That's why it's called the hacker. But if we just bring back my friend the king and Teal'c with P90. Well, 2 P90. You go shoot king. The king is not dead. The king has vast quantities of health. Also, is apparently incapable of holding a sword. And this one is not going to plan. It helps when he can hold a sword. Normally, he will reach him. Well, the king will get to Teal'c in time and then stab him before Teal'c can start shooting, like that. You see, that's what normally happens. Occasionally it doesn't work. But then if we go and swap Teal'c over to Staff Teal'c, you see, this is the difference between them. He's already won. So Teal'c with Staff fires less really damaging things. Teal'c with P90 fires an awful lot of not damaging things. And then we just grab your average group of about 50 peasants that we've randomly dragged in from the field to test on. Teal'c with Staff goes pew pew pew, totally doesn't fire bullets. It fires lasers, okay, they're not bullets, they're lasers. And then he gets attacked, and then he keeps shooting lasers, and then he dies. And so Teal'c with P90 is hopefully going to do better at this. And he's definitely shooting them all. Quickly. And the huge reloading times come along. And hopefully he'll be able to start shooting again before they reach him, because in tabs, walking backwards is not a thing you can do unless you want to take control of them. So you have the two types of Teal'c, and if we just get like 4 of these and 4 of these, and then we get them to face some army fighting a small group of Teal'cs. That's them dead, they've been ballisted. And then big baddie people come along. And then they reload and they start firing again. And then they shoot everyone down. Come on, you need to shoot the ballistas, there you go. Right, then you can just kill them. And they win, even though they are significantly less valued, because Teal'cs are amazing, basically. The only thing is, Teal'c never fought the Greek army. He fought other Stargate things. So I think that's what we need to make. We need to make some competition for Teal'c that actually fits, rather than just some random Greek army I made. But unfortunately, this episode has been very long, and so I'm going to have to do that next episode. So if you want to make sure you see that, then subscribe and make sure the notification bell is on, so you get notified. That's what the notification bell's for. But do all that nice stuff, and make sure you like the video so I know that you like the video. This stuff is very self-explanatory, isn't it? Thank you for watching. Don't get distracted. Go subscribe now. And until next time, goodbye.